Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 1, Hidden Clues. So let me start by thanking all of you once again for the last 6 months. Really incredible journey, the speculation, the theories, the Easter eggs, and today we're going to lighten it up a little bit. We're going to look for some Easter eggs or some hidden things that were in Episode number 1. Watched it over and over again. If there's some additional things that I do not call out, leave it in the comments below and we'll definitely talk about it. So this will be good, bad, and ugly. So let's start out. The very first scene when Negan was driving, did you notice they hit the walker and the head went into the windshield? The other ones did not. They hit kind of body style, but then he made the comment, remind you of anyone you know. So definitely a play on words because someone had just gotten Lucille'd and it was a constant reminder. This walker was initially thought by some to be the Glenn walker. Then it was speculated it could be the one that walks out of the woodwork and actually eats the remains. As we found out last night, it is neither. It was the guy that was tossed off the side of the bridge. Rick got to see him up close and personal, and his new name, according to Talking Dead, was the Stretch Armstrong walker. More confusing POV data. So the point of view we found out meant absolutely nothing at the end of Season 6, but as they rolled out the premiere, the point of view became Rick's point of view, and you can see him look to the left, look to the right, and see a little bit of the responses. This was pretty amazing to me. Didn't catch it the first time, but Abraham, as he's getting ready to accept his fate, you can see the two fingers going over to Sasha, giving her the peace sign. This has been constant communication between the two of them. If you remember when they were on duty in Alexandria, that was a symbol where they kind of exchanged back and forth. So really moving moment last night. Let me know your thoughts below. This particular scene might be the ultimate contradiction. As you know, Daryl was infuriated, gets up, slugs Negan. Previously, Negan had said, anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out, feed it to his father, referring to Carl. Negan also says, I'm a man of my word. Rick obviously believes him. Right after Daryl jumps up and they restrain Daryl, he looks over and you can see the glance looking at Carl to make sure that he's okay. Ultimately, it never happened. Thank goodness that Carl will still have one eye and he's not roaming around blindly. A chainsaw. I just had to put a picture of it. Confused me. So this was toward the end. You just never know which weapons that Negan's crew is going to have. Those saviors could be packing anything. This scene really got my attention. Remember earlier in the lineup, Negan walks over to Carl, looks at Rick and says, that's your kid. Well, here he says, we're going to kill all these people. And then he actually mentions Carl by name. He says, then we're going to kill Carl. So a little bit of a slip up. I never heard him mention his name anywhere in that. But a little bit later on, he looks at Daryl and says, what's his name again? And Simon says, it's Daryl. So Negan knows Carl, but he doesn't know Daryl. So obviously there's someone working on the inside because Simon was never with Daryl. Remember, they were in two separate groups. So the next scene might gross you out a little bit. Close your eyes now. Yes, this is real. This is the world's largest snot bubble, and it is verified as being authentic because you can see in the very next scene, we actually have the post-snot bubble forming there. So once again, you were warned. Moving on to the next topic. Hey, these actors really get into their roles, no doubt about it. The Polaroid Guy. So as you can see, Glenn over in the background, the guy is taking a snapshot of him, and then in the very next scene, you can actually see him walk to the side, and then he's kind of shaking it off in order to get it to develop a little bit faster. So this was absolutely gruesome to me, but keep in mind, Glenn is the only person that saw the Polaroid pictures back at the Savior's compound. So we thought at some point that would be foreshadowing that Glenn is looking at that wall and seeing all those pictures and perhaps thought one of them could be Glenn, but ultimately it will be a souvenir, sadly enough. So the last thing that we want to talk about is going to be the picnic and the dream sequence with everybody there. And I know a lot of people focused in on seeing little baby Glenn or baby Herschel. They also thought about Sasha being pregnant. But one thing that I want you to pay special attention to is Morgan. There were 4 candles. 2 of them, their flames have went out. I think that's symbolic of Glenn and Abraham, both of their flames going out. So there's 2 more lit. Could that mean that 2 more people at this table are going to die before the end of the season? Let me know if you think that's foreshadowing. Hey, it could be just like the Orange Crush. We were on it early. And if there were 2 more to die at the table, Spencer we know is on the list. Could it be Rosita? So once again, just want to say thanks to all of you. This is The Walking Dead episode number 1, Hidden Clues. If you've seen something else in the video that I may have missed, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to discuss it. Thanks again. Give this video a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you all soon. Peace.